Hey everybody, what's up? This is Chaud the Gamer, and like I promised, I'm with my buddy,
That guy, the spy.
and we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Direct Mini that was shown January 11th. For being a mini, this had a lot in it.
I will agree.
I
Like,
mean, there's so... Even though they're like,
even if it's not something big, they always throw it out of the park.
yeah, that's Nintendo for you, and Sony sometimes too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, especially like not to go off subject, but when Sony announced Crash Insane Trilogy, I was like, okay, neat.
This is pretty much us the entire direct.
Yeah, and the first game we're going to be talking about that they revealed was a game I didn't even know was on the Nintendo DS. It was called The World Ends With You Final Remix.
And, and it was a game that I actually completely forgot about till the direct, because I never played it. But I remember seeing it a lot in YouTube videos, and it was praised for its style, which I will admit has a pretty good, like, anime, not anime-like style.
Yeah, and it was made by Square Enix, which also made Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and speaking of that, these characters actually appeared in Dream Drop Distance, which is why I'm like, wait, I know these characters, but they have their own game?
I know, it was shocking.
But it's still cool to find out that they're like, oh, we're going to give you The World Ends With You Final Remix on the Nintendo Switch.
10 years after the original release.
Which is really amazing, actually. And I'm like, wow. That was back in the original DS era.
And from what we got in the direct, they said they were going to add something new to the story and a couple of new ways to play with the new Switch features, which I think is nice.
Yeah, when they said that, I'm like, awesome. I can't wait to play this, actually. It looks good, and I mean, heck, I love Kingdom Hearts and I love Final Fantasy, so I like any like game that Square Enix has a hand in, especially Super Mario RPG.
And let's not forget Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I would love to see them make a new Chrono Trigger.
If they make it for Switch, I will cry.
Chrono Trigger HD. That would be amazing if they did that.
Yes. Do
Uh,
it, Square.
Come on, guys. You're back with Nintendo. You're on good terms with them again. Let's see some more games like Super Mario RPG 2, like we said in the previous discussion, and maybe a Chrono Trigger HD.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah, wow. Well, the next thing we're talking about is a game that already exists, but this is a DLC pack. It's called the Pokken Tournament Deluxe Battle Pack that has 2 waves in it.
And it's going to feature new fighter Pokemon as well as new support Pokemon.
Yep, and the Wave 1 has the fighter Pokemon being Aegislash from Pokemon X and Y, you know, the epic Ghost Sword and Shield, and the support Pokemon's going to be Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu.
Freaking Mimikyu of all things.
I
I was
love
hyped for that one.
I love that little thing. It's so cute. It's so deadly,
I know, right?
too.
Yeah, people say it's evil, but I'm like, come on, how could this thing be evil?
I mean, just look at its face. You just want to pick it up and give it a hug.
As much as Wave 1 was impressive, I have to admit, it was Wave 2 that really got me excited.
Yes, Blastoise being a playable Pokemon.
The Pokemon that we all thought Nintendo forgot about.
Yeah, and something that we've wanted for a long, long time. I even said back in the original Pokemon tournament for Wii U, I'm like, hey, where's Blastoise? Why don't we get to play as our favorite water type?
He's back now.
Finally.
Better than
Hmm?
He's back and better than ever now.
Yeah, his support Pokemon are Mew and Celebi, two of the cutest legendaries.
Oh, for sure.
Eh, Marshallow's adorable too, though.
And I believe they're also going to add some new outfits for the Pokemon trainer.
Yeah, they are. It looks really neat.
So if you are into Pokken Tournament and have the Switch, definitely recommend both the DLC packs.
Yeah, I think the Battle Pack comes with both waves, and they didn't say this is going to be the only one either, which means hopefully we might see Venusaur playable for Switch.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I have a feeling if this is successful enough, they probably will considering adding in a wave 3 and 4.
Yeah, like Venusaur is a playable Pokemon, and one that I really, really want, Gallade.
Oh, yes.
I mean, why not? He's a freaking psychic fighting type, and he's so cool. And my favorite fighting type overall.
Yep. He would be perfect for Pokken Tournament.
Yeah, he would wreck them, and that would have all my favorite Pokemon in the game. Except I would love to see Incineroar incorporated somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Decidueye alone was a shock and an epic one, too. But yeah, we'll have a video just discussing that later on, because with Pokemon Tournament, there are hundreds of possibilities.
Yeah, we could sit here and talk for hours about Pokken Tournament.
Yeah.
I don't own the game, but I have played it at my friend's house.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah, same. I played the Pokemon DX, the deluxe over at Walmart, and boy, the demo there is better than the one you download on the Switch, because they add more than Polygon. They let you try out Scissor too.
Pokken Tournament DX for the Switch is just another example of how Nintendo could take something they've done and basically clean it up and make it better. Kind of like what they did at Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, Mario Kart Deluxe was fantastic. Oh boy, and well, maybe we should move on to the next game, shall we?
Let's.
Okay, Kirby Star Allies.
Where to begin with this one?
Ooh. It looks like Kirby Superstar, Kirby 64, and much, much more.
An homage to all the other Kirby games, plus with new added abilities.
Yeah, the artist ability and the spider ability.
The one time I'm not uncomfortable to see spider webs.
Yeah, because it's Kirby. I mean, look at him. So cute.
Yeah. The artist ability looks really nifty, how you could draw stuff and it'll come to life. I like that concept.
Yeah, that was kind of like the Adeline from Kirby's Dream Land 3 and Kirby 64.
Yeah.
So maybe they have like an artist that you could actually absorb? Ooh. Maybe Adeline is a villain? And you get to...
That has to be.
Yeah, you get to swallow by like Adeline and just make her your partner? Ooh.
And there is actually a friend system in that game.
Yeah, where you throw hearts in them and they become your friends without having to absorb them.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
And you get enough friends, you could do a friend train in the new Kirby.
Yep. And also, I noticed that they showed like Meta Knight, epic as ever.
Always.
And he clones himself.
A new ability.
Which I think he got like from like Dark Meta Knight. Maybe he's finally using that ability for himself.
It looked like he was having a pretty epic battle with Kirby from the in the direct video.
Oh. And a new villain, Francisca, who apparently uses water magic?
A new, like, out of this world threat that we've never heard of.
Yeah, and they showed, yeah, like you said, they showed another one, and a sorcerer looking like guy that we don't even know his name yet. And the game, let's see. It comes out March. No. Yeah, March 16th.
That is not far away from now. It'll get here before you know it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, the waves for Pokemon Tournament Deluxe. Sorry about this. They come out January 31st for Wave 1 and March 23rd for Wave 2. Sorry, I forgot about that. And no release date for the World Ends with You. By the way, it says this year. Okay.
Just 2018. Yeah.
Yep, 2018. So anyway, the next game.
Next up
Oh,
we have a game that I called back in 2017 before I even had a Switch.
Yep, and I was calling it too. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch.
And what this basically is, it takes the original tale and then mixes it with the new tale on 3DS and combines it. So, basically, both things from the Wii U and the 3DS version come together, which includes the levels, features, costumes, weapons, everything. Everything's coming together.
Oh, all those extra bosses.
And I think that's amazing because I liked a lot of the new features they added on the 3DS, you know, the new levels, the ability to switch characters at will.
And new enemies.
Yeah, but my one problem with it is it's on the 3DS. And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
the 3DS is an amazing console, but
Yeah.
Hyrule Warriors should have never been ported onto there. The 3DS cannot handle it very well.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I tried, when they had a demo for a limited time, I tried a little bit of it on 3DS, and oh my goodness. If you did not have a new Nintendo 3DS, new 3DS XL, or a new 2DS XL, it runs so poorly. And this is coming from a guy who doesn't mind older graphics and stuff.
And when I bought the Hyrule Warriors Legends, I actually did have an obsolete 3DS model, and I had to play it like that because I couldn't get a new one until like a couple months later.
Yeah. I really didn't want to, pick it up Hyrule Warriors Legends myself. So for me, this will let me experience the Hyrule Warriors Legends part of the story and getting to play as Linkle.
It will also pretty much let you play the game how it should have been.
Yes. All in HD and on the go.
And one thing I always remember telling myself, even before like I ever thought this Switch thing would happen, was, man, I wish they would put all of the new 3DS levels on the Wii U. Obviously, they wouldn't do that, but I'm like, dang, I wish they would do it so I could play it in HD. And then soon enough, they're actually doing it.
Yep, and this one is coming out spring of this year.
So that's something to look forward to.
And 29 playable characters.
And there might be some new ones as well with DLC, because remember, there was the original 4 DLC for Wii U, and then 3DS got 4 more, and then Switch might get 4 more.
The one DLC I really, really want, or maybe they keep a surprise, but maybe add more story where you get to play as the characters from Oracle of Seasons and Ages.
Yes, and my 2 picks are obvious. I've said this before multiple times, but I want Brian from Spirit Tracks.
Yes!
Honestly, how is he not in the original game? The way his character's built out with that big mechanical gauntlet, he would have been perfect for the game.
Yeah, he'd be the best, probably the best one, and who knows, since they announced this before it comes out, they might show trailers for Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition showing new characters. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. And another character I'm hoping, and this is like a really, really big hope considering he's kind of forgotten, but one character I want is Kaife from Majora's Mask.
Yes! Because...
He might be a little hard to implement, but it would still be pretty cool to see him on the field.
I mean, yeah, like we were talking about before, it would be awesome. Kaife would be amazing because, he uses the Keaton mask. Maybe he could summon Keaton to help him fight.
Exactly. And it would just be epic to see Young Link and Kaife team up again. Like, I know they're not like official partners, but I've always seen them as like the dynamic duo.
Yes, and Kaife, besides, is the first time we get to play as a character other than Link.
And that's like, now I know nowadays it's not very impressive because we have seen it in a couple of other Zelda games, but back then in the 2000s, that was revolutionary. Because before then, you've only ever been Link.
Yeah, only. And getting to play as him was so neat. And especially they in the 3DS version, it's like, wow.
Yeah, the 3DS version's just got way better.
Yeah,
And it would be more amazing to see him have a comeback in Hyrule Warriors. Kind of like Young Link.
yeah, and also, like I said, the Oracle characters, for example, Din, Nairu, Faeror, and why not put in General Onyx and Varen?
You'd pretty much have every character from every Zelda franchise then, basically. Oh, and Groose. Maybe add Groose.
Yes, because why wasn't he in there? They had his Gruesinator. He had that in there, and they're like, oh, there's no Groose inside. It's like, how can you have the Gruesinator without the Groose himself?
Exactly. Like, he probably would be a silly, wacky character, kind of like Tingle, but, it would be fun to use him, regardless.
Yeah, and if you can put Tingle in this game, you could put anyone at this point.
Yeah,
Because
anyone, really.
yeah, because Tingle's like, what? What? Why? I'd rather have Groose.
And Tingle also did take up Skull Kid's, and I'm led to believe this, myself personally, is that Tingle took up Skull Kid's slot. That should have been Skull Kid, not Tingle.
Agreed. But then they made up for it with Legends, so I'm like, oh, okay.
You did good.
You done good. And what I like about this is that they actually listen to the fans.
Yeah, they gave us the characters that we were asking for the most part. And even one that we would have never expected, like Medley from The Wind Waker. And,
yeah, I was like...
what's her name from Link's Awakening?
Aww. She was... Link's Awakening? Marin. I love Marin. If you don't know, she's one of my top women in Legend of Zelda of all time.
And Nintendo was basically like, hey, you guys didn't ask for this, but we're going to put her in there anyway.
Because, I mean, how many of us actually love Marin?
And if I'm not mistaken, this is her first 3D HD appearance in anything, really.
Which maybe they'll make a Link's Awakening 3D or HD.
Hopefully.
Make it happen, Nintendo. You surprised us before with Link Between Worlds. Please, I want to see Marin again.
Oh, and before we move on from talking about Hyrule Warriors, there's one thing I do need to mention that I forgot that they're adding is Breath of the Wild costumes for Link and Zelda. You got the Champion's Tunic and the Champion's Dress for Zelda.
Oh, which makes her look even cuter than ever.
And I honestly think that's a nice touch. Add some Breath of the Wild canon into that.
And, speaking of which, oh my gosh, put in the champions as playable characters.
Yes, and if you don't do that, at least give some costumes to people that resemble the champions, like Darunia, Medley, Rudo, stuff like that.
Mifa for Rudo, Rivali for, I don't know.
Rivali could be Medley.
Oh, that'll be funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Or they surprise us and go, "Hey, since she uses a bow, have Link will have a Rivali costume."
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would be cute on her, actually.
Yeah.
But still, that would be amazing if they reveal they're like, "Oh, by the way, surprise! The champions are playable in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition."
That would just be icing on the cake, all right? You already got my money by telling me that all of the things are coming together.
And then they say, "Oh, here's more characters, by the way." I know this is they didn't confirm it, but they've surprised us before with this, and they did all the unexpected things.
Especially with Legends. Like, I remember back then, the only character we knew we were getting was Toon Link. That was it. And then they're like, surprise, we're going to add Skull Kid and a
Tetra
couple of other characters.
and the King of Red Lions of all people.
I know, of all people, they add the King of Red Lions.
I loved it. And they're like, "Oh, by the way, oh, new DLC pack, and we add Yuga and Ravio from Link Between Worlds."
I know, the Link Between Worlds canon.
I loved it.
And they even gave away Medley as free DLC.
Which was nice. I was like, "Medley? What?" I remember turning on my Wii U when that happened, and it's like, you get a playable character, Medley. It's like updating. I'm like, updating? Then that popped up. I'm like, "Oh, wait, is this real?" And then
It was.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, yes! More Wind Waker characters."
Which we needed. We only had, actually, there were no Wind Waker characters until Legends.
Yeah, and then they add Medley. It's like, wow, okay, thank you.
And then Toon Link, Tetra, and the King of Red Lions followed up.
Yeah, which was awesome. Oh, and the next game we're going to be talking about, even though I hate to move on from this one, because let's face it, this was the biggest game for us.
Yeah, we've been talking about this since 2017. In fact, we
Yes.
could probably make an entire video just talking about Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah, I think we should do that later on. You know, once they reveal more for the game.
Yeah.
Alright.
The release date for the Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is spring of 2018. No official date yet, just spring of 2018.
So it could be March, April, or May.
So keep your eyes open.
Yeah, we will keep our eyes open for sure, because, well, let's face it, I'm gonna be updating with Nintendo whenever they have or if they have a direct for Hyrule Warriors exclusively. They actually did that one time.
Yeah, I remember that. They showed off some of the new characters. I think they did it with Toon Zelda.
Yeah, they did that. They did a whole direct showing off put characters like Toon Zelda, Link using the sand rod from Spirit Tracks, which was nice.
Which, an underrated game, by the way. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, highly underrated, which will be part of my underrated treasures. Excuse me. And also, I would love to see, oh, there's so many things I want to see in Hyrule Warriors.
The possibilities are endless. Let's not forget, the Switch is more advanced than the Wii U, so they could probably put a lot more things in it this time around.
Yes.
New adventure mode maps is what I'm honestly thinking about.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Let's move on to another game that took a lot of people by surprise.
Mario Tennis Aces for the Switch.
And the first thing I told myself was, finally, we needed a good Mario Tennis game after the failure that happened on the Wii U.
Yeah, I even rented the game to try it out. I had to take the game back the same day I rented it, because I was never been so bored in playing a Mario sports game.
And if you're bored playing a Mario sports game, you know something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, heck, even Mario Golf was fun. And golf's
And
supposed to
Mario
be...
Hoops for the 3DS. I mean, not
Yeah,
3DS, DS.
yeah, Mario Hoops 3 on 3. Yeah, those were fun games. And Mario Strikers and all that good stuff. And then I played Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I'm like, this is actually boring.
Even Mario Sports Mix was more innovating than the one for the Wii U.
Yeah, it was actually fun. I tried that out too. In fact, that's actually why I rented it in its place. Because I'm like, wait, there's one for 3DS, huh? I'll try it out. And I really like it. And
Yeah.
yeah, in Mario Tennis Aces, there's something we notice about it. The characters are wearing traditional tennis outfits instead of their normal everyday outfits.
Mario's wearing a headband, shorts, the cleats, everyone, Luigi, even Wario, which is surprising.
Yeah,
You would
even
think Wario would not
Waluigi,
wear
of
that.
all people.
Exactly. This is the first time they've been seen wearing sports outfits for any sport game since
Since,
Strikers.
yes, and Striker's Charge, so it's been a long time. And I
And
love it.
the one thing that they boasted about in the Direct is a story mode for the first time since the Game Boy era.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance, it was amazing. I'm like, well, I don't know. And then that comes up, I'm like, sold. And it has boss battles. It has a ton of cool challenges. You get to roam around in the world and stuff. It's different.
It's what we needed as a Mario Tennis community because the last one was a disappointment. This is basically an apology.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked the idea they had behind Ultra Smash, but they had so few characters and the stages were so bland. It's just like,
It felt rushed and incomplete.
yeah, it's just like, where's the charm? Where's the love? I mean, it was nice to see Rosalina in a tennis game.
Hopefully we'll see her again.
Yeah, she better be in the next one. I'd love to see her in a tennis outfit. That would be cute.
Yes.
Yeah. If I can find a picture of that, I'll try to put that up for like a fan art or something because that will be adorable.
And since it's coming after Mario Odyssey, maybe put Pauline in the game because they kind of seem like they want to make her a thing again.
Yes, yes, and guys, if you don't know, Pauline has been one of my favorite women in Super Mario, but she just hasn't had enough love, and they're finally giving her the love she deserves because she was the first woman in the Mario games, technically speaking, back in Donkey Kong.
Which, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't played Odyssey, she even referenced this in Odyssey when you speak to her after a while.
Yeah, she references Donkey Kong, which I was like, that's so awesome! And that's the only spoiler we're giving you for the game. Sorry, guys, but no more. No more from us. Just play the game for yourselves. It's worth it. It's well worth the money and then some.
I can confirm.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll talk about Austin in another video, because we'll probably do a video about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see us in a lot of videos talking about Switch games and stuff.
Because the Switch has so much to offer. Like, it has more to offer than we thought.
Yeah, like the Nintendo Wii back then.
Yeah.
And I love the Wii.
So do I. In fact, I still have mine.
Yeah, I have mine too. And I still play some games on it, like My Sims Kingdom and all that good stuff. Yeah, another underrated title. Which, we'll get to that later. Anyway, Mario Tennis Aces comes out spring of 2018.
Be on the lookout for a 2-day release. They might release Hyrule Warriors and Tennis at the same day. Don't quote me on that, but if they do, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, well, I'll get Hyrule Warriors before Mario Tennis Aces anyway, so Unless I have enough cash to get both, then I'll pick up both
Mm.
in a heartbeat. And the next game we're going to talk about is the new JRPG for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, new to me anyway. It's called Yeast 8 Lacrimosa, however you pronounce that, of Dana.
And if you recall during the reaction video, we had no idea what this was. We even thought it was a new title, and it might be. It may not be, but we don't know.
But the art style is amazing looking. It looks like those good old JRPGs we played like back on the like the Wii, like kind of like Xenoblade in a way.
Yeah, I
Only
remember saying that the visuals looked amazing.
yeah, the visuals are phenomenal. I would love to pick up this game myself. In fact, I just might later on. And
I mean, the Direct definitely does hook you by showing you a lot of the pretty places.
oh yeah, and this game actually comes out sometime during the summer, and I'm sorry I can't say much about the game because I don't know much about it, or I'd say a lot more. you know?
Yeah, I can't say much about it either. The only thing we could say is it looks pretty. We recommend it.
Yeah, it looks great. The art style's great. We don't know much about the fighting system or anything, but I'm going to keep an eye out for it. I might do a video when I find out more.
And if it's a traditional JRPG fighting system, then of course it's going to be great. I mean,
Yes.
I'm a fan of that. A lot of people are.
Yeah, that's my weakness when it comes to JRPGs. Like for example, for me, Skies of Arcadia is my favorite JRPG of all time.
Chrono Trigger for me.
Well, as far as 3D goes, 2D I would say Chrono Trigger, and would Super Mario RPG count?
I think it would, yeah, actually, because it was made by Square and it does have traditional RPG mechanics.
Yeah, so there we go. There we go. We have Super Mario Odyssey and Chrono Trigger for me tied because they're both epic.
Alright, next.
Oh, this reveal was another huge one. Super Mario Odyssey, Luigi's Balloon World.
Now, this is revolutionary because, well, it's Luigi. It's already going to be great. But this marks his first appearance in the game. He may not be playable, but he's in the game like people wanted.
Yeah, we asked if not playable, can he be in the game, please? And Nintendo's like, you know what? We love our fans, we love you guys, and we know how much you love Luigi. Here you go.
And what this basically is, I'm just going to give you the run of it, is Luigi will give you a balloon, you have to hide the balloon, or you have to find someone else's balloon.
And
That's basically the rundown of it.
Yeah, and it's an online game, so you get to play this game with people around the world.
And what's nice is it kind of serves as a way to show how much you know about the certain kingdom you're in, because you have to hide the balloon in the most hidden spot. People who know every nook and cranny about every kingdom is going to have a good time putting their balloons in very secretive places.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun. You know, even if you don't win it all the time, it'll be fun just trying to find them. Because you're like,
yeah.
Hey, and it even has a meter telling you how close you are, and if you're close, you're like, where's that? Where's that?
And in the end, you'll be like, I didn't even know that area existed. And I still find myself saying that in some of the kingdoms. I'll be like, wow, I didn't even know this was a thing.
I mean, heck, even people who 100% the game don't know every crook and cranny right now. Nook and cranny. Not every single one of them yet.
And I mean, I'm not 100% of the game because I am still missing a couple of shop items, but I am going on the quest to find all the moons, and I was in the Wooded Kingdom, and then I fell off the edge, and I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna die. And then it takes me to the Deep Woods, and I'm like, I didn't even know this area existed.
Same. I fell off. I'm like, oh no, there goes my coins. It's like, wait, Deep Woods. Oh, sorry, that's kind of another spoiler, but oh well. I don't think people will care because it'll be a sigh of relief for them.
Yeah,
But guys,
because
it's only
the
in the
Deep
Wooded Kingdom.
Woods, it's the Deep Woods, and since it was my first time discovering it, I thought it was pretty spooky. I'm like, oh man, this is kind of dark. And if you look at the map description, it said a giant creature, not specifying what this creature is, has its home there. And I'm like, that's terrifying.
Yeah, but we won't say what creature it is.
Yeah,
You'll have to find
that's for
out
you to
for.
find out.
Yeah, find out on your own. It's not even on the map.
Along with a new character,
Yep.
they're also adding 3 new costumes.
Yep. I can't remember, what all they are off the top of my head, but what I remember is the knight armor.
Yes, I remember the knight armor. And they're also adding new filters for the snapshot mode, so if you're someone who takes a lot of pictures, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really use snapshot mode much myself, not yet anyway. Give it some time, and I will.
I've only looked at some of the filters that they have, and some of them look pretty cool. You got like Super Nintendo filter, Game Boy filter, NES filter. Those are pretty neat.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, and on to the next game. We're talking about
Oh,
SNK
and
Heroines Tag Team.
all of this, by the way, for Odyssey, Luigi, and the costumes is all going to be in a free update releasing in February.
Oh yeah, right. Thanks for reminding me. Yep, it's gonna be free update too. So, all right. Well,
Everyone gets it.
yep, everybody gets it. And well, like I said, before I completely forgot about the date, there's a game called SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Yeah. This game made me raise an eyebrow because I'm like, huh? Oh, so it's an all female fighting game, all women from SNK. The only one I recognize is Mai Shiranuri because I played King of Fighters.
Yeah, so same here.
It's like, that's the only one I know. I don't know much about it. It's a fighting game that has like a neat art style to it, and they're all ladies. So if
And
you
possible interesting mechanics. It may have interesting mechanics,
yeah, but
but
it
we don't know
didn't.
about them.
Yeah, it didn't show much. So not much to talk about in this one. And I mean the art style is nice, but I
And
mean the
I don't know if you would consider, um, what was her name? I forgot her name. But I don't know if you would consider her a guest appearance on that game.
um Mai Shiranuri, you mean?
Yeah,
Um,
terrible
ac-
memory. Sorry.
Actually, I think she was already in SNK. I think.
Mm.
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm just quoting off the top of my head because I only played King of Fighters a couple times, and one of the characters I used was Meister Nuri as well as some other really neat characters. So I'm not much into it. So, but I do have friends who are huge into SNK, so this will make them excited.
And if you're into SNK, then I definitely recommend you check it out as well.
Yeah. Well, and it's coming out in summer. And oh, and here's an update for those who have Mario and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Blah, 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 blah. Whoops.
The most bizarre crossover ever.
That actually was a huge success. And the newest
People
character
love
they're
strategy.
adding?
Donkey Kong, of
Yep.
all characters.
Good old DK. And the trailer was hilarious.
Oh yeah, classic DK.
Classic DK just wrecking the other rabbits, and the Peach rabbit he tries to high five and just smacks it into some stuff. Oh, I love it.
I don't own Mario plus Rabbids Kingdoms. I've played it and it's a interesting little game. And if you're into this, I could say get out Donkey Kong because well, it's Donkey Kong. He's going to be a great character to have in any game where Mario's in.
Yeah, he's actually part of the DLC gold pack that the people bought. You know, the DLC pack for it. I would highly recommend. You know, if you don't have it, you know, like me, hey, I'm going to wait for a special edition release where they add all the DLC. So I'm just going to wait to buy it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. And for those of you who didn't, like me, I recommend you do that too. So let's just wait for a bit. All right, and it's the DK is going to be there in spring.
So be on the lookout for that.
Is it just me, or are a lot of these coming out in spring?
This is true.
Huh. Well then.
And keep in mind, this was just a Nintendo Direct Mini. These are all the games we know that are coming out and updates so far this year. So there might be another Direct in February, releasing more stuff the upcoming year.
Oh yeah. And who knows? Who knows? Also, there's a game that I've heard of but never really played called Payday 2 that's coming out for the Switch.
Now, I've never played it, but I've heard about it. I have two friends that play it, the Firefly and my friend Maple. They play it a lot with each other.
Hmm.
And I heard it was pretty good. Something that I wouldn't mind picking up if I ever get a gaming PC.
Oh yeah.
But I believe, and this is just off the top of my head, that they're adding a new character that's exclusive to the Switch, and the mask that the character wears is a blue and red mask that kind of resembles the Joy-Cons.
Huh. Oh yeah, I did notice that during the direct.
I can't remember her name, but I think she's supposed to have some sort of new special abilities.
Yeah, it's just interesting how they're all wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah, so if you have Payday and don't have a gaming PC, then I could say get it on Switch because you would have that extra character.
Yep. Yep, definitely get that, and it comes out for the Nintendo Switch February 27th. Oh boy. All right, and there's a new like eShop indie game coming out called Faye, and this game it looks interesting.
Yeah,
It's not much to say about it, really. I mean, I don't know much about it, but the art style looks beautiful. It's colorful.
hasn't really been said much about it. It's an indie game, meaning it's probably new, so they're definitely trying to keep it on the down low at the moment, aside from that one direct announcement.
Even though it's weird, it's coming out next month, February 16th. Huh. Maybe they've been working on it for quite a while now.
Probably, and I've had my good experience with indie games, particularly Hollow Knight, which is a great game. If you haven't played that, I recommend it. But
Hollow Knight.
some indie games are amazing. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hollow Knight, I haven't heard of that. Maybe I
It's,
should try it.
Yeah, you should. It's really fun. I think it's really cheap too. It's like $15, and it got free DLC if that guy in the stream that I was watching said it correctly.
Ooh. Nice. I should check it out. Hmm. And there's another indie game coming out called Celeste that you know, it looks like it has an 8-bitty style and all that.
It's like a Metroidvania style game.
And it looks really neat. And it even has a special assist mode like in Super Mario Odyssey.
And just full-on invincibility mode like Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, which I think that's nice that they did that. You know, for like the newer players who are not used to it yet or who are having trouble with it.
Exactly. You know, it could be fun for everybody.
Yeah, this game comes out January 25th. Neat.
And from what we saw in the direct, it looks like it already has a lot of new features. One of them being the ability to, I don't remember if it was walk on walls or stick on walls, but it was one of those.
I
One of those two.
think it was one of those, yeah. I don't know really much about it.
Neither do I.
Yeah, oh, and we're getting another port from a Wii U game, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
And like Hyrule Warriors, this one adds a lot of new things that keep the game old but still new at the same time. Which the biggest thing being able to play as Funky Kong for the first time, if I'm not mistaken.
In any Donkey Kong game, you could never play as him in any Donkey Kong game, and now they're like, "Oh, we're going to add Funky Kong in this game for you to play as."
Before he was always just an assist character. Now he's an actual playable character with his own unique abilities.
And his surfboard, his surfboard, he can jump on spikes. That's amazing.
Which was very amazing, yes.
And it's like easy mode if you think about it, because that'll make it so much easier to play the game then. I mean, I heard the game on Wii U was really hard normally.
You have spike immunity, so that's obviously one thing you won't have to worry about.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about spikes or anything like that, which is great. And if you have the two like Joy-Cons, you can play 2-player.
Yeah, which is nice.
And
you got Funky Kong teaming up with Diddy Kong.
Yeah, that's gonna be so much fun. Diddy Kong with his jetpack, Funky Kong with his surfboard. That would be an unstoppable team.
I'm looking forward to trying this out.
but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and it comes out May 4th, so a little bit later than normal.
Yeah.
And the final game that was the biggest shock, as you saw, excuse me, as you saw in our reaction, was Dark Souls Remastered for the Switch.
It was so big that when they announced the release trailer, it was titled as Unknown.
Yeah, because this is the first time we ever seen a Dark Souls game on the Nintendo Switch, or a Nintendo console, period.
Now, if you watch the Direct, we confused it for Metroid, which, forgive us, we've never played a Dark Souls game. Heard of it, but we've never played it.
Yeah, I've never played Dark Souls game either. I've only heard about it, but that's about it. So I saw it coming up, like the darkness. I thought it was going to be like Metroid Prime 4, maybe showing Samus coming in or something, which I thought was really big. And then it shocked us when they said when we saw the Knights. It's like, wait, what's this? Dark Souls Remastered is like, oh, huh.
And if what they did with Skyrim is of any indication, they'll probably add Nintendo costumes.
And amiibo functionality.
Because why wouldn't they? It worked great with Skyrim. You got the Breath of the Wild Zelda set in there.
With the Master Sword and Hylian Shield. Which was a nice touch.
It's something I could totally see them doing in Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh, that would be neat. Or have him use a big Goron sword.
Yes, the big Goron sword. There are a lot of mods on PC that actually have already made that a thing, but now it'll be official.
That will be awesome. I'm actually looking forward to all this. And holy cow, look at that time. Have we really been talking about this that long?
Sheesh.
Over 50 minutes.
And this was just off of a mini direct. Imagine what it's like for a full direct.
Well, that would take like a couple hours.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but we had so much to talk about just in this alone. Holy cow.
Yep. There were a lot of things that were very interesting in the direct.
Yeah, some were like, I don't know much about it, sorry, and some were like Hyrule Warriors, where we talked a lot about it, which I think we should make a video on that later.
Sort of like a not like when we both get the game and play it, we won't really do a review like video, but we'll kind of just do a follow up video talking about it
Yeah, of what we think about the new features and stuff.
and what we possibly hope for the future of the game if there is DLC.
They'll do it. They've done it before. They could do it again.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if Mario and Rabbids can get DLC, so can this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, hell, Mario Odyssey is getting quote unquote DLC
as a free update.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Hyrule Warriors, although it's been ported 3 times, with the Switch being the third, pretty sure they could squeeze some more characters in. They have 28, let's make it 30 at
Yeah,
least.
29.
Could at least add 2. 29? Was it
Yeah.
29?
Yeah, it was 29. I had to remember, like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, because of Medley.
Oh, yeah.
We always
So,
forget they
have
added the free
29
DLC.
characters. They could at least probably make room for one more to make it an even 30.
Groose. Just saying.
Yes.
That would be the
Groose.
character.
Groose, Brine, or Kaife. I will accept any of those 3.
And if it's Din, Naira, and Feror, heck yeah. I would take him.
So would I.
That would be amazing. Well, this was a good discussion. Holy cow.
It was, and I had a good time. Really
Yeah,
fun.
same. And, hey guys, thank you all for being patient and for watching our thoughts about the whole Direct Mini. And, well...
There was a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to have to cut this off now, but we will see you guys in the next Nintendo announcement, which actually has been talked about later today, about something new that they're going to incorporate for the Nintendo Switch, a new way to play that is for kids and kids at heart. So
expect a small little video about that.
oh yeah, it's going to be big, and who knows, we might have Sapphire with us at the time.
Yep.
Hopefully. Well, this is Chaud the Gamer.
That guy the spy.
We're signing out.
Stay frosty.
Alright, later guys.